Hey everybody! This is the third episode in a row that I'm starting off in this area. Welcome back to more Battle Kid. In the last episode, we got through the Amethyst area, we got key number 3 up there, and we're back to find out what Dr. B has to say. With all 6 Guardians defeated, access to the Inner Sanctum is now possible. However, legend has it that a 4th key lies hidden somewhere in the skies above. Who knows what this key may unlock? See, skies above. That to me says Sky Base. But you're not supposed to go to the Sky Base to get key number 4. You're supposed to go to the Sky Base to get the damage amplifier, but not key number 4. And it could just be written better. But let's go get key number 4. We spotted it in the last episode, so we know where it is. We just have to go get it. And key number 4 will allow us to get the good ending, which I have never seen, so I'm excited about it. Because at the very end of the game, there's a passageway that is closed off by a 4-locked door, and if you can't break it, you can't see what's inside, so I want to see the good ending. We're gonna try and get it. But first, we're gonna try and get the damage amplifier, because that will make things much easier for me. Because one thing that's very nice is once you have the damage amplifier, it sticks with you, like you never lose it. So, which I guess kind of gives something away. We're going to lose some of our power-ups at some point, which is not fun, but it will happen. This, key number 4. Yay! Alright, so now we have to make it all the way through the Sky Base again. Which might be a little bit of a trial to watch. I tell you what, just because I kind of want to show off how much having double jump and float makes this area easier, instead of cutting away, just speed this part up, Ed, so people can see how it works if they want to, but otherwise they're not really hassled. So I will see y'all in a bit. Right away, you can see. Much easier. Yes, on the game, so good. In most other places in this area, the smiley face from places too, I thought surely that's where I need to go to get the damage amplifier. Or key number 4. Nope. It's even more frustrating because during my foray into this area, I found that hidden area. And so then I was like, oh, well, maybe it's a walk through a wall kind of thing. But it's not. It's so frustrating. Oh. I messed that up, it's so easier. There. Easy. Whatever, I'm just gonna do. Still go past him. I can, no problem. I love those rainbow things, they're so cool. They're so pretty. I really like rainbow effects games. That's I think part of why I was so frustrated when, like, when I was a kid, and I was a pretty dark time for the LGBT community, darker than it is now, and it was pretty commonplace to like, you want to insult somebody, like, you're gay. And I found that, and then, like, they're like, oh, rainbows are gay. I'm like, no, it's just rainbows, they're cool. Why is that a problem? Rainbows are neat. Alright, welcome back, everybody. So, we have now arrived at the Ultra Mega Chicken's, hangar, and we're gonna run past it, and we're gonna go in here. Bloop. And now, entirely new territory, folks. I've never done this. I'm scared. Oh, it's scary, though! Oh, no! Oh, it's scary! What is this? Well, that's death, is what that is. Oh, no, I've never been here before, and it's scary. It's immediately scary, but at least we have cool rainbow effects. And they're not gay. Ow, doggone it! Alright. I really don't know what to expect other than the fact that, like, there's terrifying skulls everywhere. Why? Okay. Ugh. Alright. Oh, come on! That guy? That guy, too? Alright. I saw him down there, but I didn't realize he was green. Ah! Okay. It's worth it for the amplifier. Well, it's very helpful. I know from my previous experience on easy that it is very helpful to be able to do more damage. No! Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a bit of a challenge here. The long road to the damage amplifier. Alright, you. Shoot. There we go. Whoop. Even the music is kind of scary. Well, carp. Okay, we can do it. I also don't really know how long this area is. I'm assuming it's about the same length as a standard, like, any of the other areas, but I don't really know. It'd be nice if it was just kind of like a short, difficult gauntlet, you know, rather than like a whole thing, but I don't really know. Yep. Okay. Pretty cool song, though. It's very driving. Whoop. Okay. Actually, side note. Well, I should try to lure his shot early and then fall. A lot of the traps we're seeing in this area get reused in the final area, so actually pretty decent practice for that part of the game. Okay, you. Whoa! Ha 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 ha! Okay. Oh! Oh! What is this? What is this? What is this? It's a gliding thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, is there only one save point in the area? That's also going to be frustrating if that's the case. I don't know if that's the case or not, but that seems like it's probably going to be what they do. I mean, this is entirely optional. You don't have to do this. This is all just for fun. This is all just if you want that extra damage. Which, as we've seen so far, isn't really necessary. It just helps. You know, it's just a great thing to be able to hammer out some more damage. There we go. Alright, and... Fail! 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 Nope. Can you imagine trying to do this on unfair? You know, the difficulty where you only have one life, only have one chance. I would imagine that the people that play on unfair probably... Well, probably don't go for the damage amp. Huh. No. Actually, I would imagine that even people playing on super hard don't go for the damage amp. This is quite a challenge. Although I guess maybe if you're to the point where you're playing on super hard, you're probably already good enough that these aren't a huge challenge to you. To me, there's still a lot of challenge. This is still very difficult. Kill you, kill you, kill you. Killing him mostly just because I don't like him. Oop. Okay. Nope. There we go. Nope. Nope. Oop. Hup. Well, that's right. I was doing it right. I just got overzealous. Alright. This is cool, though. It's cool to, like, be doing on the air kind of like this challenge area, you know? Because, like, I've mentioned it before, usually when I play games on my channel, I have either completely beaten them or have at least gotten far enough that I'm not going in blind. I very seldom... Oh, crap, I didn't hit that one? Nuts. I very seldom go into a game completely unawares. And I do that because I guess it's sort of a self-confidence thing. I want to make sure that I can make a show where I get to the end. You know, it's like I want to be sure that I get to the end. In fact, I think probably one of the only series that I've done really like long term that has been sort of me playing it for the first time is Summon Night, which I think is either still going on or just ended. Okay. Oh, you! Are you kidding me? You're not a fish! What are you doing on breathing air? You a mud skipper? Freaking mud skipper. Blah. Yeah, I don't know, it's just, usually I prefer to know what I'm getting in. Well, I prefer to know what I'm getting into, and, you know, just kind of like alleviate some of the challenges. So, because I want to, like, to me, it's more important to finish the game, for the most part. And I know I'm saying that, and there are some games that I didn't finish. Get Adventure Island 2, Get a Man, and Echo the Dolphin, I know. But I usually try to finish everything I do on this channel, so. Other than the one-offs. I mean, the one-offs are called one-offs for a reason. only playing it for a little bit. This is all fresh. This is all me just trying to react as I do it. Trying to react to the scenarios as best I can. And check out those cool rainbow spikes, so cool. Love the rainbow spikes. What is this place supposed to be for, anyway? It's just the hall of the damage amplifier, I guess? Ugh! No. The hall of ultimate power. The path to power. I could see it being called the path to power. Nope. Felt that one going wrong immediately. Ha! I live! Go! No. No. Nuts! That's the phrase. Nuts! This is giving me flashbacks to when I did the final area for the first time, and it's like, there's so much challenging platforming in that final area. We'll get to it. No! Why do people say no when things go wrong? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, are you expecting the game to be like, oh, sorry, and just like put you back on the platform? Like, what's the point of saying no when things go wrong in life? Are you just trying to like, are you trying to convince yourself? Are you trying to convince reality? Who are you trying to convince by shouting no when things go wrong? I remember I was watching like one of those like, dang it. One of those like top 10 videos one time that was talking about like top 10 overused cliches or something, and one of them was just someone shouting no when things go wrong. Just no. Again, like, who are you trying to convince? Trying to convince yourself? Trying to convince the world? Why are you yelling no? Why'd you say no? I think when I say it in this instance, what I'm trying to do is tell myself that's not how you do it. Do it again. Whoop. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Whoop. Whoop. That's irritating. Oh, not standing on the right block. Death by platform disappearance, I guess. I do sort of wish I knew how long this area is, you know? Kind of get myself an idea of how I'm doing in terms of getting through it. doing good. I was doing good getting past him, and then... Nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. No! Game, I say thee nay. Well, no! What if I just say no every time I die now? Maybe I can convince the game that it got it wrong. No! No, game! I tell you what. Let's keep this episode going until I either get the stupid damage amplifier, or at least get to the next save point. Because I really have no idea how long this area is, but if it is like I'm suspecting just a kind of like a one-run gauntlet kind of thing, then I'll get shot by fireballs. Then it might be worth it to just kind of try and get it all in one go. Why not? Why not? I want to get the damage amp. Ooh. Ooh. Ah! Ah! Look at me freaking out over here. Ah! 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 You know things are dangerous when you're dealing with green fireballs. That's like a reptile from Mortal Kombat 1 situation is what that is. Green fireballs. Whoa. Whoa. Up, up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. No. Nuts. Nuts. Huh? Nope. Nuts. Well. Starting to maybe regret a little bit saying I'm going to try and do it all in one episode. Whatever. Whatever. Is this episode an hour long? You will know. I will not know. You, dear viewer, know how long I spend on this. I don't know yet. Suffice to say, you can beat the game without doing this if you want to. It's not necessary. I think I mentioned that already. It's entirely optional to get the damage amp. But it would be helpful, and I want it, so. Because all of my understanding of the last area is based on the assumption that I have the damage amp. No. Okay, come on. No. Woo! That was wrong. That was wrong. Ugh. Keep going! Keep going, Mo. You can do it. I actually made it that time and then reoriented myself and got killed. It's actually successful. Then I failed. Alright, go. That's a new one. That's a new death. New and exotic deaths. Fresh off the griddle. Also getting killed on the griddle. Death by griddle. How many people out there use a griddle when you make, like, pancakes? Do you have, like, a griddle? My parents bought me a griddle once, and, for, like, it's like one of those, I guess you'd call it portable, like a little electric griddle that you, like, plug in only when you want to use it, so to speak. It works very well. It's actually like, oh no, I forgot what I was doing. I was too excited about my griddle. Sorry. I was using it, I was using it, but I was gonna say it's got like the reverse side of the plates. The plates are removable so you can clean them, and the reverse side has like a little fake grill part on it. And so if I want to grill hamburgers or hot dogs, I can do so using my griddle. Because I cannot use an actual grill in my apartment complex, so. It's that error noise. That's the sound that I make when I lose. Oh, nope. No. Ha! There we go. Oop. Whoa! No. No! Incorrect. No, Mo, you got it wrong. Do it again. Whoop. Whoa. No, Mo. Wrong. Lose! 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 Nope. Aha! Okay. 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 Am I losing my cool? Maybe a little. That's why I really wish I knew how many areas this was, so I could have an idea of if I'm close or not. But unfortunately, that is not something that you get to know in this game. Actually, I think I know where this area comes out, because there's at least one save point in the game where there's like a hole in the ceiling, and I was never able to find a way to connect to that hole in the ceiling. I think probably that's where we're gonna pop out when we finish here. Okay. What? Oh no! Stalker drones. Oh! That is a fiendish trap right there, because it's so hard to figure out which ones they're going to come out of. That's clever, though. Like, when I first saw it, I'm like, are these all fireballs? But no, they're stalker drones. Deadly stalker drone pits. Pits filled with stalker drones. They're with to destroy you. Still, we made progress. Anytime you make progress, it's good. Progress is good. No? Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Huh? Can you hear my creaky controller? I feel like I'm really laying into my controller here. Well, nuts. It's like... I'm grinding my controller to dust. Side note, I actually really like... I'm a big fan of the NES and the SNES controllers. I know they're not ergonomic at all, you know? They're like funny boxes, but I like the weight of them. I like the simplicity of them. I think they're good controllers. And honestly, they fit my hands better than these so-called, like, ergonomic controllers of later years, so I'm actually a big fan of them. And it's saying something, because, like, I'm not a big fan of the TurboGrafx controller, which is honestly pretty similar, all told. Alright, which ones? Okay. Ugh, these guys? Wow, okay. What? Okay. Oh no, this? No save points! Oh, I wonder how far along... Well, I wonder how far along I'm getting. Still, we encountered some more puzzles. I really wish... That one was just dumb. I really wish there had been a save point after that shotgun drone one, because I cannot stand dealing with any timing puzzle involving those stupid shotgun drones. I hate those stupid things. They are the worst. The worsted. I don't even know what it is. There's just something about them that's really, like, stressful for me, and I always screw it up. Alright. Still, you know, as is the case with this kind... As is the case with this kind of thing, you slowly get better as you do it more. Instant death on spikes. It's fine. It's normal. A little death is normal. Yeah. Nope. Nope. There we go. Whoop, whoop. You know, as we kind of get near the end of the game, I do find myself wondering what the second game is like. Ugh. Ugh. That was that classic Timmy excessive acceleration, or Timmy instant acceleration, where he's just like, he moves horizontally so quickly that you can, well, you can overcorrect yourself to death pretty easily. I'm still very surprised that there's like a special tile set for this area. And music. It's like, it is its own area. Like, it is entirely just for the damage amp. I don't think it has a boss. At least ways I hope it doesn't. Whoa. You know, Timmy, you volunteered for this. Just saying. This was your choice. Dr. B did introduce you to the suit and all, but you know, she didn't force you into this situation. You could have just stayed home, ate nachos. Would have been fine. Can you imagine if you were eating nachos right now, buddy? Could be nachos. Could have nothing to do with fireballs, just nachos. Be lovely. But alas, that's not what you decided to do, Timmy. You decided that you would be Battle Kid and try and infiltrate the Fortress Il-Akham with its wizards and magic and technology. It's all on you, dude. It's all on you. Shoot this guy to death. Speaking of nachos, actually, briefly on the subject of nachos, I found out that I was at my grocery store earlier today, and I found a new type of Doritos that I've never heard of. They're called, like, I think it's called Jammin' Jack Cheese, I believe is the flavor. It's a white bag. I'd never seen a white bag of Doritos before. Surprisingly good, honestly. Not really that far off of the regular nacho cheese Doritos, if I'm being honest, but a little milder and a little less aggressive in terms of, like, the orange, I guess you could say. They weren't bright orange like the standard nacho cheese ones are. Pretty good. All 12, pretty good. And I've only had them once, so we'll see how I feel at the end of the bag, but I was impressed. Usually when I try out new foods like that, I'm often disappointed. I was pretty impressed with these. These were not bad. Oop. Alright, go! Get out of here, you. Doggone it. That's one of the most frustrating ways to die, when you're like, the little thing breaks and you just kind of like, you're standing a little bit off, and so it breaks and you fall in spikes. It's like, come on, man. That's dumb. That's dumb. I don't want that to happen. I really can't imagine trying to do this in one go, though. I imagine somebody does it. I bet you there's a speed run out there that does it. I just assume there's a speed run that does everything. Like, whenever I think of speed runs, I'm just sort of like, yeah, somebody did it perfectly with, you know, both hands tied behind their back and dunked in cold water or something. I'm sure. I just tend to assume, like, when I think of speed runs, I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, it's not like... I don't usually think of it as, like, normal mortal things. I'm like, yeah, okay, they can do anything. They're speedrunners. Anything they want. They look at the game the right way. I was just facing the wrong way that time. I just shot the wrong direction. Timmy was like, what's over here? I'm gonna shoot this wall. This wall looks suspicious. I'm gonna kill this wall now. And then the stalker drone's like, hello. I'm stalking you. You know, I absolutely do not have to kill that guy, but I feel like I want to every time. I just feel driven to kill that guy. Is that strange? Yes, it is. Thank you for answering me. Thank you. No! Alright. Nope. Sometimes the game's just like, no, not this time. Not this time. No. Death is mandatory. That man must die. Die for his crimes of, I don't know, hitting me with a star that one time. It hurt. I didn't like it. Dang it. Dang it. Whoop. Okay. No. What if they put Miss Cleo at the end of this? If that happens, I'm probably just not going to get the damage amplifier. I'm probably just going to play the rest of the game without the damage amplifier, because holy crap, that would be awful. You're expected to beat her as well without a save point. No, thank you. I mean, y'all have seen, like, most of the bosses at this point. I still say she's the hardest boss. Because everybody else has a pattern. Even the angel lady only had, like, 4 attacks, and she would only ever alternate between 2 of them. So, it was pretty easy to manage most of her attacks. But Cleo, man, Cleo was just all over the place. Really tough. It's also funny how, you know, my first introduction to this game, again, was that Game Grumps playthrough, which famously ended with Aaron fighting the Lotus Guardian at, like, the very beginning. And, like, when you play the rest of the game, you're like, oh, that guy wasn't very hard. You know, the only boss that's easier than the Lotus Guardian is the, like, the 4 underwater shooting turrets. Because that's just the easiest boss. Like, I don't know what they were thinking with that one. It's so easy that when I first did it, I thought it was like a warm-up boss. Like, I thought that there was going to be, like, something else that came out after you beat the 4 turrets. And then I moved forward, and it's like, oh, no, that was it. That was the boss. Huh. It's just weird how, like, the difficulty curve of this game is all over the place sometimes. Okay. I really do wonder how far we're getting, honestly. My poor creaky D-pad. I really do wonder if y'all... Ed, can you hear that? Can you hear my creaky D-pad when I'm playing this game? Alright, this time, Timmy, don't shoot at the wall. Shoot the scary robots. They're coming straight at you. There you go, buddy. Ugh, this again. Nope. Nope. No good. Alright, another question time. For folks out there who have played this game before, do you usually go to get the damage amplifier? Have you done what I'm doing right now before? And am I doing badly at it? Am I sucking this up? Is this supposed to be easier than I'm making it look? It seems very difficult to me. But, you know, I don't know, fair? I would still say it's fair. You know, I would say that nothing about this is either subverting my expectations or tricking me in any way. Like, the challenges are very straightforward and clear. You just have to do them. It's, you know, it's entirely on you as the player to accomplish the goal. As compared to, like, trial and error gameplay where, like, you have to die once to each trap to know it's going to be there. That is what separates That's what separates this game, in my opinion, from a troll game. And I've talked about this before, I know. But that ability to be like, okay, well, I know what the challenge is. I can see what I'm supposed to do. I just need to operate this correctly. That, to me, is fair, I would say. Because it's just presenting a challenge and you are trying to accomplish it. And I think that makes for a better game experience than the alternative. I feel the same way about, or I have the same sort of complaint about, what do they call it, AR games? Is it called AR? It's the thing where, like, in order to beat the game, you're expected to, like, open up the game's files and find, like, a hidden text file that points you to a website that does this, that, and the other. I mean, I can certainly understand why people would like it, because it feels more like you have to... It's like, oh, I'm using my brain, I'm thinking outside the box, blah, blah, blah. But it seems to me that only increases the likelihood... Well, jump the gun there. That increases the likelihood that the player will not have the same thought processes as you. You know, it's like a lot of puzzle games already have the issue of not every user can come up with the same track of logic that the puzzle designer had, and so they get stuck simply because they don't think like someone else did. And if you make it so that, like, your game expects you to do all these things that maybe some game players wouldn't even think to try, it invents all kinds of new problems, I think. So I'm not too big of a fan of that style of puzzle design, but I know that those are still relatively uncommon. The whole, like, I don't know if AR is the right word for it. There's some term for it. Whew. Okay, still alive. I'm sad. I'm sad. We almost got to the we almost got to the current farthest point again. I wanted to try it, but oh well. So this area, I would say, is an example of what this game does not normally do, that I think makes the game a lot more playable. Like, this is a special area, so it makes sense that they would have like a special challenge, namely a sort of like one-run gauntlet place. But I feel like there are plenty of other games like that would make this sort of the norm, where most of the time you don't have extensive amounts of save points, and so you're just kind of like expected to do this. Like, I think I mentioned in an earlier episode the idea of how as you play through these gauntlets in this game, you learn each area, and so the earlier parts of it become sort of automatic, and because you're excited about getting to the new spot. And so, that fun of like, I want to get to the new place drives you forward. But when you have, thank you, when you have too big of a span between what is new and what am I trying to say? No. When you have too big of a span between save points, you start to get exhausted. Like, I'm starting to get exhausted as I play this, because I have to kind of, like, each time I do this, I feel very on edge about what I'm doing. It's just like I don't know. Again, this is a special area, and for the most part, this game doesn't do what I'm describing. To its credit, I think. I think that's a good thing. But I really want to get to that fan area, and I bet you it's not actually the end. But I would love it if it was. I'd be very happy if that was, in fact, the last challenge to overcome. But I doubt it is. Because it's a little too straightforward, I think. Ugh. Man, 45 minutes already? Why'd I have to go and say that I would do this all in one run? What? Come on now. Come on now. Let me get a sip of my drink. Oh my goodness, that is watered down. That has been sitting there for 45 minutes. Very watered down. Oh well. I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do to improve matters. I guess we could do a thing where, like, I have Ed cut away anytime I'm not in, like, what is new and relevant. But, I don't know, I feel like that would be kind of jarring to y'all. We might do that. We'll see. Again, even if it made the area a little bit longer, I would love to have a save point. Stalker drones. Actually, I like the design of the stalker drones. They remind me of Bomberman heads. Nope. You can't do that. You can't really, like, kind of glide a little bit. You have to do it. You have to get it timed right. As you would expect. I mean, this area is all about timing, so I got it. Oop, I almost didn't shoot the second one. What the? Come on. Whoop, whoop. I thought I would do better if I made noises. I didn't. Turns out I didn't do better when I made noises. Sorry, I just got quiet there for no reason. Sorry about that. I was thinking about things I could do to kind of like improve matters. I couldn't really come up with much. What can I do to improve matters? I don't know. I got nothing. Whew. All I did was quietly clinch my fist. I just sort of quietly clinched my fists, and I was like... Whoop, ow! Nuts! Nuts! This area is torf, man. I might have to look up how long this is. Because, I mean, if I'm not even close, this might not be worth it, honestly. This might be something I go back and do on, like, a stream or something. Actually, yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do exactly that. Hang on. Okay. We were 2 rooms away. So, there's the fan room, there's one more room involving goblins, and then there's a room involving kelpies, and that's it. So, I'm gonna keep going for a little bit. I'm very close. I've gotten pretty far. I want the damage amp. It's good. Also, unrelated, did you know that thing right there, that trap is called a lemon dropper? Go figure. It drops lemons. I kind of shoot limes. I know there's the whole thing about, like, shooting lemons in Mega Man. I kind of shoot limes, honestly. Oh, look at my little limes. Yep. Now, one thing I will say, briefly on the FAQ I just checked, if you're interested in playing this game, the only FAQ for this game on GameFAQs is a good one. It has, like, recommendations for how to get through every single room in the game. That is some impressive dedication. And it's, like, precise stuff, like wait until it shoots 2 times, or, like, you know, like what I just did there, where I was trying to, get past the, shotgun drones. It's like, if you just wait until it bounces off the wall closest to you, you should be able to slip in between their shots. I just wasn't bold enough. I should have just kept going. And I think I would have made it. So, I wholeheartedly recommend, Ed, put their name here. That person. Their FAQ, pretty solid. Yeah, see? Dang it! Oh, it was so irritating. I did it so well, and then it just ran straight into the spikes. Oh my goodness, what the heck, man? No!
No! No, I refuse! I refuse to stop! No! I want my damage amp!
Are you excited for this Almost an hour-long episode. Boy, when was the last time I did an hour-long episode? I don't even remember. It's like a stream of this thing. Nope. I will leave it up to Ed as to whether or not we chop this into segments or we just do the whole thing in one glorious episode. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what's best. Ed knows what's best. Don't you, Ed? Ed always knows what's best. That's why Ed always tells me what's best. They want me to know that I know that they know what's best. It's important. It's a hierarchy. Keep that in mind, folks. If you want a YouTube show, make sure you stay on the right side of your editor. Editors can do some unfortunate things to you, should they desire it. Just look at poor Mr. Daniel Avadaniel when Matt and oh no, Super Mega. Oh, I'm sorry, other member of Super Mega. I can't remember his name. Oh, I feel terrible. I'm so sorry, I can't remember his name. No. Oh, this is the problem. Whatever, I'm sorry. I'm bad. I blame it on the concentration. Ed, don't put this in. There we go. Yep, that's all you do. I hate that I can't remember his name. I hate that I can't remember his name. Oh, I can even remember Matt's full name. Matt Watson. Oh no, I can't remember his name. I hate it. Oh, I hate when I can't remember someone's name. It drives me up the wall. What is his name? The Super Mega. Super Mega. What is his name? I can't remember. Oh, that's so frustrating. Matt and other member of Super Mega. Oh, what's his name? I feel so bad. I should stop talking about it so that I don't feel as bad. But I really can only think about how I can't think of that guy's name. Oh, what's his name? It's all I can think about. It's like all other thoughts are leaving my brain right now, which is not a good way to be. You're trying to concentrate really hard. Although honestly, sometimes that does work. Like if you're stuck on something, you're trying really hard to concentrate on some specific task, sometimes just like sending your brain somewhere else surprisingly works. Not this time, but yeah. That's the strange thing about LPing, is that sometimes reducing your concentration actually improves matters. We haven't even seen the remaining two areas either, which sucks. I hope they're not hard. It's not Greg. Don't tell me it's Greg, brain. His name's not Greg. What is his name? Not Clint. Stop it, brain. Stop just throwing out random names. Brain's like, oh, maybe it's Greg. Maybe it's Greg. It's not Greg. What if, is it Greg now? Maybe it's Greg now. Maybe his name changed to Greg. No! Maybe his name Gregified. Did his name Gregify? It could be Greg now. So that reminds me of something else. There's a book series that I've been reading called Trapped in a Dating Sim. Otome Games Are Tough for Mobs. It's a very from what I understand, the author was trying to come up with a otome game isekai book that boys would want to read. And so it's told from the perspective of a guy who was reborn in a video game world, and this world happened to be a dating sim. But he was reborn not as like one of the protagonists, but rather as like a regular dude, just like another character unrelated to the story. And it's funny because like the way the game presents it is that all of the actual protagonists are like huge idiots. And reason I am thinking about that is that Ryan is his name! Ryan McGee! Ryan! Yes! I got there eventually! Matt and Ryan of Super Mega! Yes! I feel vindicated! Good job, brain! And then I ran to Spikes, but I did remember his name was Ryan! Yes! I feel happy! I feel happy! And I feel pretty! I guess I feel pretty, because that's the song I went for rather than happy. Hooray! My brain still functions! Now I don't have to be embarrassed about watching Dan and Alfred's show anymore. Wow! Kind of screwed myself over there as I was trying to come up with that sick Alfred burn. Nope. That was just, nope. Nope, just slowly sunk to the bottom. Nope. Yes. Anyway, yeah, Gregification. So, in that book series, they have like there are 5 love interests, and the game takes, or the story takes place in like a fantasy themed otome game where it's like a bunch of like floating sky islands, and all of the original romanceable protagonists are like princes and lords of the domain and stuff like that. But they have like really like generic names. Like Greg. I think their names are Greg, Brad, Chris, what's the prince's name? What was the prince's name? Julius? Julius is a little strange. Is it Greg, Brad, Chris, Julius, and Jilk? Jilk is a little different. Jilk's not a normal name, but yeah, it's just sort of funny how it's like you have this high-soaring fantasy story with Greg and Brad. No offense to people named Gregory or Bradley. I know it's Bradley. But, I don't know, it just doesn't scream high fantasy to me. It is funny, though. Nope. Nope. No good. That's no good. Yep, we've been going for over an hour now. That's cool. That's cool. Guys, you're really gonna like the damage amplifier once I have it. It's super cool. I mean, I'm gonna like it. It's gonna be very helpful for me, so I do want it. Nope. No. No. What was especially frustrating about not being able to remember Ryan's name is that I could remember the McGee part, but I was applying the McGee to Matt instead. I was calling him Matt McGee, Or Matt Mercer, one of those two. And I was like, that's not it, though. His name's not Matt McGee. It's Matt something else. And other character. Other super mega. Oh, I'm so glad I finally remembered it. I'm sorry, Ryan. I apologize. I don't know why I couldn't remember your name. I'm bad. I'm a bad person. You don't watch the show. Whatever, it's fine. Super Mega doesn't watch the show. They got more important things to do. Wow. That was a good one. Oh. Whoop. Alright, time for another question. Does this look hard to you? Like, as you're watching me do this, are you like, ugh, this guy, why hasn't he done it yet? Like, does it look like I'm just screwing up royally and you're like, this looks so easy. Who would have a problem with this? I find this difficult. I'm having trouble with it. And I've even otherwise played all the way through the game. I'm curious, because I mean, like, you know, I know that there are games, like this is, you know, there are those troll games, and people beat those, so it makes me wonder, I guess, how this ranks among that kind of, that was just kind of doomed, honestly, that kind of crowd where it's like, you're used to the idea of games that expect to, like, punish you. Like, does it look like, oh, this is an easy one, this is Battle Kid. Are you kidding me? Battle Kid? That's the easiest one. You know? Is that the case? I don't know. That said, don't expect me to make a habit of playing these kind of games on the channel. This isn't some indication that I'm going to be embarking on an effort to play, like, unreasonably difficult games. No, no, no. I just happen to really enjoy this one, okay? This isn't the start of some future where I'm going to play nothing but hard games. Because I don't like that. I enjoy playing games to enjoy myself. That's generally what I want out of games, is to have fun. So, just don't get your hopes up about that. That's not the plan here. Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Nuts! I want to see that next area. Actually, I just want to see the end of this area. I want to get to the end, but part of that is seeing the next area. Because, like, if I can't even get to it, I can't practice it. I don't expect to get it in one go, but if I can't even get to it, then I can't practice it. And you need to be able to practice it. That's how you get better. Ooh! Ooh! Come on, man. Okay. Oop, no. Curse you, lemon dropper! Ooh, I want a lemon drop. Y'all ever had lemon drops? There's a brand of, like, there's like a candy manufacturer called Clay's, and they make like these old, I think they just call them old-fashioned hard candies. And what's cool about them is they make a lot of, like, weird flavors as well. So they've got like cinnamon, well, cinnamon's pretty ordinary, but like anise flavored and like whorehound flavored and stuff like that. But they also make really solid, just regular old lemon drops. Oh, those are good, man. I used to have a candy store in the mall near my house that, we're just talking about random stuff. I'm just talking about candy now. I'm just doing the same things over and over again. I used to have a candy store near my house that, sold, like, all kinds of different clays. That's how I first found out about it. And, I was like, oh my gosh, this is whorehound flavored? What even is that? Some sort of spice. Whorehound. It's really weird, too. Like, the flavors are super bizarre. But the, well, haven't died that way in a while. New and exotic deaths! What was I talking about? Yeah, Horehound. It's a really, like, strange flavor. I liked it, though. And I really liked the flavor of anise. What's interesting, too, is that they had both anise and actual licorice. So if you don't know, a lot of licorice candy or licorice flavored things are actually flavored using anise, which is a very similar flavor. Because anise is easier to grow or something like that. So like the differences between the anise candies and the licorice candies were like really subtle. They were both good. If you like that kind of thing. I really like licorice, so. Did you know if you eat too much licorice, it can kill you? I mean, I know that probably that's the case with a lot of things, but like, not because you become fat and like bloated. Well, you would probably do that too, but rather because it's actually like poisonous. It actually has like a poisonous compound in it that if you consume too much of it, it will kill you. Now, admittedly, you have to eat a ton of it in like one day. Like 20 pounds or something in a day. It's a ridiculous amount. But it can kill you. It can kill you. I love the rainbow spikes. And I said that before. I still really love the rainbow spikes. It's just really fun. It makes the whole experience more enjoyable when I get to see rainbows. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Now what? Huh. Okay, I think I got it. Huh. Okay, this isn't too hard, it's just time consuming. That's what the guide said. It's like, this looks challenging, but it's not. Not, though! It's just time consuming, you have to be very careful. At least, you know what could have made this a lot worse? Is if it was a stupid green colormancers. That would have been very difficult. Okay. Well, that's one. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's try that again. There we go. Man, I'm gonna be so good at this game after this. Y'all don't even know. Not even gonna die one more time after this. Not a single time after this part. Once you get the damage amplifier, nothing's gonna be able to stop me. Don't you worry. I mean, they do make you work at it. You know, for, like, this is an optional area, and it is very difficult. And what you get for it is pretty solid, you know? The ability to do double damage anytime you want. That's very helpful. I do still feel like they could have added, like, a couple of extra weapon types, like other beams. Like, there's a game called, Zeo Drifter, which, I think it originally came out for Vita, maybe? But, it's an exploration platformer, and one of the cool things that they did in that game was they gave you a lot of, choice as regards your weapon power-ups. So, like, the way that you would get, new shot power-ups, you would just sort of, you'd get, like, power to put in a variety of options. So you had, like, you could say, like, I want to increase the straight power of my shot, and you could do that, or you could say like I want to add faster shot speed, so I can do more shots per second, or I want to have like a wave beam effect to it, or I want it to do kind of like a spread shot sort of thing, and it was a cool paradigm, and it made you really excited anytime you found a weapon power up, because you're like, oh dude, what do I want to increase this time? Oh, not this. That's not actually the last area. I was wrong. There are three. There's because there's something else. I know that there's a Kelpie somewhere. There's a Kelpie room at some point. So I don't know. I guess there's a snail first. First, there is snail. Although I think I was probably handling the snail the right way. I think that's probably what you're supposed to do. I just gotta get the timing better. I don't know. Go! How am I doing? Hour and 15 minutes. Maybe we should cut this episode up. Maybe this should be kind of spliced into sections. I don't know. But I mean, it's a momentous occasion, right? You know, this is like getting the damage amplifier. I feel like I should make it like you get to see the full struggle as I suffer through this. I don't know. I don't know. Yep. Ooh, that was close. I mean, that's still the hardest thing for me to time. Those guys. I just find it so difficult to deal with the shotgun guys. They're really challenging for me to get past. Okay, that one was dumb. Oh boy. Go! Go, Battle Kid! For some reason that reminded me of something I saw in a manga recently. There was a manga that I was reading not too terribly long ago, which I actually recommend. I think it's a pretty fun manga, all told. It's called Happy Kaneko's Killer Life, and the it's a comedy manga. The premise behind it is that an office worker lady who gets really tired of like I think her boss is like sexually harassing her, and so she has to quit because of course they blame her, because you know how it is. And nope, I saw that one not working out. She goes to look for another job, and she just kind of like opens up the phone book and says, I'm just gonna start in the A's and just keep applying. And like the first place she applies to is like an assassination firm, and they like let her try to be a hitman because they find out that apparently she has an amazing ability to make herself like to hide her presence, because she like over the years of working in offices, she's kind of got like a mousy personality, and so she's used to like trying to hide herself from other people, and so she's like surprisingly amazing at like sneaking up on victims and stuff. So like she starts to really enjoy her life once she becomes a professional assassin, and it's, you know, it's told for laughs, it's comedy, but there's also a little bit of like a undercurrent about I did it again, it's the exact same thing. There's like a little bit of an undercurrent about how she has kind of like self-confidence issues, and there's a pretty dramatic part where she like goes home for a little while. Like she takes a vacation and goes back to her family home. And while she's there, she starts kind of reliving her childhood, which was, you know, she was sort of bullied. She was an outcast. And it's where her sort of like quiet, shy persona came from. And there's a very like dramatic moment where she finds like a box cutter in a drawer back in her bedroom, and she realized, and like the story kind of implies that she had tried to take, or she had planned to. I don't think it implies that she tried to take her life, but rather that she planned to. And the way it says it is sort of like this room is filled with countless dead bodies. The implication being that she tried, if she had actually succeeded at killing herself, she would have done so many, many times over. And there's like this one just creepy image where like it's a picture of her adult self standing behind her child self, and there's like the room is absolutely filled with corpses of her child self. It's genuinely kind of like, this feels scary. Like it's one of those like, wait a minute. It's a Persea moment. that's the best way for me to describe it. If you've ever heard me talk about like situations where there's something in a game that feels like really out of place, that's sort of what this is like. And I say Persea because there's a part in Tales of Symphonia for the GameCube where the character Persea, you find out that she's basically been doing what Norman Bates did in Psycho, where she's been caring for a corpse for like many years, not realizing it's a corpse. And it was just like so dark and so out of nowhere. And that's kind of how this like lots of corpses in the room thing felt. It was like, oh, is that so? Is this where this comic went all of a sudden? Briefly? I don't like that. I don't like that that's where the comic went briefly. Let's go back to the funny stuff. I liked it when it was being funny. Okay. I'm getting this wrong now. Something about what I'm doing with those shotgun drones is no longer right, because I was getting it every time before, and now I've gotten something about the timing off. Which is frustrating, because now that I've seen what comes after it, I actually feel like, you know, the goal is within sight as long as I can get back past the stupid shotgun drones. Shotgun drones, my nemesis throughout this entire playthrough. Hate shotgun drones. They are the worst. Might actually be the worst enemy for me. I don't know. These guys are pretty bad too, honestly. The frogs were bad too. The frogs are probably the worst, actually. Like, the frogs are less common, but they're a lot more trouble. Okay. I think I've seen something. I think I see something. I'm gonna try acting on what I think I saw this time. If I make it there. Make it there. Oh, this is such a long episode. I'm sorry. I thought I would get this done faster. Faster. Death. Good news is, the rest of the game isn't this hard. You know, I don't usually do, like, challenge areas in video games. Same thing with, like, arenas or, like, super fights. I usually don't bother. I'm not usually interested in it. In fact, the only reason I'm doing this, really, is, one, it's entirely new to me, and two, I want the damage amplifier. Like, there's a beneficial thing at the end of it. But there's a, there is a Colosseum in the game Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which, when you beat it, you get access to these, like, 2 super cards. Like, in that game, you have, like, tarot cards that, they're not actually tarot cards, but they're like tarot cards, that provide you with like magical abilities, and the only way you can get 2 special cards is to beat the Coliseum, which, you know, would normally make me want to do it, but I don't know, it just wasn't fun. And maybe part of the reason I'm doing this is because I actually do sort of find this fun, you know? I find this game fun. I never would have expected that, because it's not at all the kind of game I usually enjoy playing. Like, I like platformers, but as I've said numerous times, I prefer platformers where you can recover. There we go. What I saw kind of worked. Nuts! Nuts! Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh, after a while you just start I was gonna say you start to run out of good commentary, then I just sort of ran out of the ability to speak, so that also happens, I guess. Run out of good commentary. Also, you just start saying Sebas over and over again. Sebas. Ooh, that was close. Man, now I gotta get past the shotgun rounds again. I wish this part was a little bit earlier in the whole sequence, so that I could get past it sooner. It's right smack dab in the middle, annoyingly. Herp. Okay. Death. Whew. Ooh. I can feel my body temperature rising as well. Like when I record, I typically sit in this I have like a leather armchair. That's where I sit, and like I can always feel when I've been playing for a while because it starts to get hotter and hotter. My body temperature heats it up. It's like, my chair's getting hot, and I'm stressed. Okay. Oop. Huh. Huh.
Yes! Yes!
Failure! Yes! Whoop. Okay. Do it again! Do it again, Battle Kid! Come on, Timmy! You can do it! Do it for Dr. B! Dr. B and her weird hair. Dr. B had weird hair. Not gonna lie. Dr. B's hair, a little strange. She had... Well, that's what I get for making fun of Dr. B's hair. Timmy just killed himself. So that works. Make fun of Dr. B's hair, you die. Man, get out of here. Whew. No. No. This is like the longest recording. This is the longest recording. I've been going on forever. I think the longest the longest episode recording I ever did was, nope. Was it the Super Girls and Ghosts finale? That one I know was at least an hour long, but I remember it was an episode and the recording actually went so long that the recording software I was using hit like its standard limit, and it just kind of cut the recording off. Well, that's not it. And so like the last part of it was just silence. And I just kind of had to be like, all right, well, that's it, I guess. It's the end of the episode. Recording software says you're done, so I guess I'm done. I really hope the Kelpie room is like super duper easy. That'd be great. It'd be great if it's just like 2 Kelpies in a room and you just shoot them and you're done. Because you were really having to go through a lot of trouble to get this stupid damage amp. I do think it's cool that they gave a little bit of like continuity about the idea that Dr. B invented this suit based on what she found out about the Fortress of Peril. So it makes sense that the suit would actually be compatible with things found in the Fortress of Peril. That's a neat little extra flavor thing. I like that. Rip. Nope. Dang it. It just becomes so frustrating to know that you're near the end, know you're almost done, and not be able to get there because of something, you know? There's some brick wall in your way, just being like, no, not yet. You gotta do this. Gotta do this. Gotta do this first. I'm trying to think, there's an RPG that's like that, and I'm trying to remember which one it is. I know that there are plenty of RPGs where the final boss is like really tough, or like unexpectedly difficult. Because few things are quite as frustrating as having a situation where you're playing like an RPG or something, and all of the fights preceding the boss, you're like have no problems with. And then you get to the boss, and it's just like 10 times harder than anything you fought at that point. You're just sort of like, what? Why is this? Like, the prime example of that I always come back to is Galeon from Lunar 1. In Lunar, if you don't know, it's an RPG series where the standard battles are fixed in terms of difficulty, but then the actual boss fights scale to your level. So grinding isn't really that beneficial in the game. It's almost better to not grind, so that you can keep the bosses as close as possible to the enemy level. And nowhere is that worse than the final boss, Galleon, who is just stupid hard. Or at least, I mean, I haven't played the game in a long time, so maybe I'd do better now. But when I first played it, which was undergraduate college, I think, I had such a hard time with that final boss. Galleon was just so difficult. And I think part of it was just that he was just nowhere near the difficulty scale I'd gotten used to at that point. Actually, the Lunar 2 had a similar situation where there's like there was a Dark Dragon, I think is what it was called. Nope. It may have just been called Black Dragon, but and I just remember having the hardest time fighting this one stupid boss. It's just so hard. It's funny how that happens sometimes, like, just for whatever reason, you know, you as the player are not prepared for the way the game is designed for this one boss, and you're just like, this guy is just exactly what I have difficulties with in games. That happens sometimes. Like there's a boss in Terranigma for the SNES, in the Spain area. So Terranigma, if you don't know, takes place in the actual Earth. So like all the locations are places that are really on the planet. And the boss of Spain is just really, really difficult. It's weird too, because again, it's like in the middle of the game. There's nothing supposed to be climactic about it. It's just another fight, but for some reason this one boss is, thank you, this is super hard. Game's like, maybe you should take a break. Been doing this for a while. Would y'all be interested in seeing me play Terranigma? Like, I've considered streaming that before. I've actually considered streaming all of the Soul Blazer games. But, Terranigma I really enjoyed. And, you know, it's a game that we didn't get in America, so it might be interesting to see. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Over an hour and 30 minutes now. You know what we might wind up doing? I might, you know, because we've been going for an hour and 30 minutes already. I might make it so that I just have Ed cut away at some point and only show the actual successful run. Because at this point, you've seen most everything else. You've seen just about every room up until the last one. It might be worth it just to do that. Because, I don't know, I want y'all to enjoy it. You know, it's like, I feel like if you stuck around and watched all of this, thank you, first of all. Appreciate it. You've almost watched the entirety of one of my streams. But, I don't know. I really, like, based on my success thus far, this might take a long time. Dang it! Alright, I'll go 2 more on camera, and then we'll do exactly what I just said. That one doesn't count. That one doesn't count. That was a dumb death. That one doesn't count. Do you ever do that when you're playing like a game like this? You sort of, like, one of the things that I will do to kind of keep my temperature down when I'm playing a game that's frustrating is I'll say, like, okay, I'm going to give it X number more tries. Usually it's based on the number of lives I have left or whatever, but with a game like this, I would just kind of say, like, okay, I got 5 more lives. Got 1 more life. And then I'll stop. We might do that here. Oh, but then... That one doesn't count. But then you start, like, negotiating. It's like, that one wasn't good enough. I don't justify that one as a death. I'm gonna give myself another one. I do that a lot with this kind of game. Where it's like, no, that one doesn't count. Try again. It's gotta be a good effort. You know, it's gotta be a almost success. I'm not gonna accept, like, little stupid half measures like that. Okay. It's these stupid shotgun drones. I hate these guys. They're so annoying. Alright. Nope. No? Stop doing that. There we go. Oh, right. Alright, tell you what. I'm going to do exactly that. We're going to cut away here. Again, if you've watched this far, thank you. Appreciate it. And we will cut back on the successful run. Okay? So, hopefully I'll see you in a bit. Like, 1 more try. But you won't know, so see you when it's done. think all I have to do is kill these guys. Okay. Okay. Are there any other traps? Look! There it is! Yes! Yes! Damage amplifier! Hi, everybody! It's like an hour and a half later. Oh, save point! Yay! Damage amplifier! Pew! 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 I don't want to do that again! Yeah! Damage amplifier! Pew! 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 Alright, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye!